Gunline. Fire mission coming down, y'all. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast midweek memo. Woo, woo. Ain't done one of these in a hell of a long time, but check this out. I got my co-host Hunt with me here, and he looks a little bit out of it right now, but he's about to get pumped up. Trust me on this.
I just got in. That's why.
I'm going to tell you. Here's what happened. I just got back from taking my kids to the motherfucking dog park. That's America's hidden secret, bro. Fucking dog parks. Did not know this. Both the kids and the dogs run around and get tired, bro. I came back, put them motherfuckers all to sleep, bro. They're all in their rooms right now. And it kind of wore me out, too, because it's about fucking 100 and something degrees. At least it feels like outside.
Yeah, it's hot as balls.
It's like, summer decided to come early here in San Antonio or in Texas, but hey, it's Texas. So with that being said, though, I was gonna push this off till later on this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, but it turns out that I went up to the TikToks, and the first TikTok I happened to see shows my man right here with us, and he's showing off his shirt. You got to show off that shirt, baby. What's that shirt say? He has Trump 2024 on his chest. Oh wait, whoops. Years in prison, that is.
Hell yeah. Happy indictment day yesterday, everybody.
Ain't gonna lie, that's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. But yeah, dude, what pumped me up was listening to you because you started talking about the creed. And when I heard you start talking about the creed, that right there just lit a fire in my ass, bro. And it just reminded me of, always pushing through even when we ain't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like those last 2 hours in fucking staff duty, bro. 7 o'clock comes around, you just waiting like, God damn, this motherfucker better be on time. So
I think that the worst time for me is right before people start getting in, right before everybody starts coming in for PT. That has always been the worst time for me because that's when I'm like, let's try to struggle to stay awake before they come in and shit.
And that's even after taking those naps in between.
Yeah.
We know we all did that shit. But yeah, man. So I figured we got to get this shit done. People want to hear this. Let's go ahead and put this shit out there, man. So I got 3 topics I'd like to discuss, which I'm sure is going to segue to different shit. But the 3 main topics I'd like to discuss today, one's going to be Army related or military related, specifically Army because we were Army veterans, which is going to be uniform standards. The second topic is going to be it's politically related, and it's going to talk about 2A. And then last but not least, we'll do something along the lines of more, current event, but on the Gunline way.
Cultural related events going on right now.
We'll just say cultural awareness type shit. Right?
Yeah.
So and it might trigger some people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't hold back, and but I have my own opinions. I know Hunt has his opinions as well. And just let's put this out there right now. This is not to bash, and this is not to motherfucking insult anyone. But if you are triggered like a little pansy, this might not be the episode you want to hear. All right. So with that being said, man, let's get this show on the fucking road. I was watching fucking I don't know if it was a TikTok or no, not TikTok. It was on Instagram, I think, something like that. And it had happened to have some boots that I had seen, like some old school black boots like we used to wear with the BDUs, right? And it said something along the lines like this was the standard at one time. And I was thinking to myself like, it was the standard at one time. And what would happen if they implemented that standard again? Like, how long would it take for people to get on board with it? But not only that, Hunt, my question to you is, and what do you think on this? First of all, let's retract. We both came in at the time of BDUs, and you earned 100 and worse. Well, you earned a 101, 101st. So I know that you motherfuckers, when you wore your Class A's, did you wear your Class A's with them?
Yeah, with the boots.
You had to tuck in the pants into the boots, right?
We bloused them. Bloused them.
But with the boots, right? Now, when you wore those boots, were they just polished like a regular, put a little polish on that bitch and it's good to go?
Nah, man. Now you have to shine them. And then even if you did shine them, what you would take quick shine over them right before you like formation too. So you would still have them nice and polished, but you would still take some quick shine over the heel, the toe, and the heel part. But you would still have to shine up the sides of that. But to give it that extra shine, you just do that quick shine real quick on top of your other shine that you did.
So I'm gonna show y'all a picture of what I'm talking about. All right. And so let me just share my screen real quick. Share screen. Share sound. I don't know why I'm sharing sound, but bam. Let me know when y'all can see that shit. You see it?
No, it's just a black screen.
Really?
There you go.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says this was once. Oh, shit, I gotta open this shit up and where don't I don't even know how the shit worked, man. Anyway, it said this was once the standard, all right, which is basically the fucking toe fucking a mirror like. So my thoughts on it personally is that, you know, I think it's those small attention to details.
But listen, but if you look at it, like a person, I can say, okay, it's still not the standard because, like, yeah, the toe is shiny, but everything else still could be shined up more.
So, but
so all they did was put that quick shine on there.
So let me ask you, I asked some questions on there. Would it make any difference if they brought it back? Did it make a difference back when it was the standard? What do you think? Did it make a difference I
think that they would do it. I honestly think that, you know, people would do it. They haven't done it in a while. Because a lot of the people that did do it, they're not around no more. So I think that, you know, there still would be like, okay, you had to be shine. But I think some would excel more at it. I do think that some soldiers would do it. Now, here's the caveat to that, because it's still kind of being on uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna make a video yesterday. This one specialist, she's in an infantry unit, she's supply or something, and motherfuckers, the back in the day bros were literally mad at this specialist because this specialist had her uniform pressed. No one else was having their uniform pressed, and they were like, "Well, you're not supposed to press your uniform." And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I want to look good."
So you see,
I have to be in meetings with high-ranking people, and I want to look good. So I think that, you know, some people do have that discipline and standards and want to look good, but then you have those people that are like, well, that's not supposed to be done. Like, motherfuckers will not. Come on now, yeah, we know that, but we also know first sergeant that had their shit pressed, and nobody had the balls to say that shit to them. So why y'all want to pick on a fucking specialist?
You know why? Because it's probably not because she's a specialist, because she's a female. You know what I'm saying? And as much as I have my views on certain shit that people already know, I'm not gonna go delving into again. I still admire seeing a fucking soldier looking like a motherfucking soldier rather than a ragtag shitbag that just pulled the shit out of the motherfucking dryer. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it makes a difference in the way you feel, is my thing. If you go look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself looking good, you're gonna feel good, right? I mean, let me ask you something, Hunt. When you go out, do you dress up to the T's? You dress up to the nines, right?
Yeah, did you see my picture from
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
I wasn't gonna bring that up. Yeah, hey, I was looking. Even the teacher, she was like, "Damn, you looking dapper." And I was like, "Yeah." Like, everybody was just looking at me the whole time. They were like, "Who is he? Who is he?"
That's the thing. If these motherfuckers could take that time and that type of fucking if they can prioritize looking good out for the weekend, why can't you do the same shit for your uniform when you go to work? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that specialist was in the right. I think that specialist in the right. I'm still probably gonna make a video today when I get some time, because like later on I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna tell them like, yo, a lot of you guys are talking about this shit, but y'all didn't have the balls to say shit to that first sergeant, to that sergeant major when they were doing this shit. Like, y'all are literally trying to pick on a specialist because this specialist is setting herself out amongst everybody in the fucking company. Yo, like, it's not on no kiss ass shit. She's doing it. She's like, I'm sorry that I have to go, that I want to look good because I'm in meeting with these high ranking people. They don't have a problem with it. And no one else should.
And if anything, you know, she's going above the standard, according to what the standard is. Because I got my ass chewed, well, not chewed, but there was this one TikTok where some female had put on it, like, you know, she was ironing her motherfucking uniform and shit, and she was like, you know, I forgot what she put on there, but I was like, oh hell yeah, that's the standard right there. Or some of us have higher standards, something like that, and they were like, oh, that's not the standard. The standard is blah blah blah.
You can add to, but you can't take away.
You can't take away, right? Goddamn.
You can add to that motherfucker.
But no, I mean,
she added to it.
that's my thing about it, bro. I mean, I think it's all about having some pride in what the fuck you do. And I want to thank Adam Scold is what I believe his last name is. I don't know, but he commented on here and said, I wasn't around for it, but I'm gonna say no. It's silly and not a good use of time. And then in an organization where the core goal is to be good at killing people and breaking their shit. However, there's a caveat. Always a motherfucking caveat or a piggyback. It's if the time saved on not having to do this shit isn't being used on something productive to increase knowledge, competence, or physical fitness and overall lethality, you might as well be shining boots. All right. So, Adam, here's one thing I will say. We did this shit on Sundays. All right. It was Sundays in the evening. And I will school some of y'all a bit. You had more than one pair of boots. All right. You would normally have your uniform boots for inspection on Mondays and your whole uniform. And then what you would do is you change out of it and put your fucking work clothes on. You know what I mean? So you don't scuff it up and look like shit. Just saying. So, and I think if anything, it teaches you attention to detail as well as time management.
So this is what I like to say to Adam. Like, Adam, this is the attitude that you guys need to get out of. Oh, we're supposed to be focused on killing. You're not going to be focused on killing in garrison. Once you are in garrison, there is a certain way that you are supposed to look, because you are going to go outside of those gates and you're going to go downtown. You're going to go get something to eat during lunch, and you still need to present yourself a certain way to where those people are looking up at you like, damn, look at that motherfucker. He's squared away. They may not know you squared away, but they can look at your uniform and just say, oh, this motherfucker is, hey, he's sharp. I like the way you look. And then on top of that, here's the deal too. Back at the 101st, it just wasn't Monday. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Them boots better been fucking shine. So yes, you still had time management. You had to prioritize your time. You know what I'm saying? On Fridays, you good because you can really make up on Sundays and do that shit. So that way you have Friday and Saturday to yourself. But still, like you said, you had more than one pair of boots. So and once you're good at it, you just got to do a little bit of buffing with them shits. Truth be told, for the rest of the week, you just buffing that motherfucker out for the rest of the week. But Mondays, they're going to be the shiniest.
And let's be real about it, though. Also, it was something that it kind of was a cohesive thing within the fucking barracks, because most motherfuckers would be sitting out there
smoking, joking. And then it was a competition.
Yes.
To see who looked the best. Who looked the best and who would get the day off?
Off on Monday, baby. Yep.
Yes.
So
that's I agree with it.
Like Kowalczyk and Cruz were always going back and forth on motherfuckers. Yeah. They competed about everything. I mean, there was one time, I can't remember if it was Cruz and Kowalczyk, but I know it was Cruz for sure, that Smoke Norwood had one of them looking at the uniform because their uniform was ate up, and the other one was looking at the boots because their boots weren't up to standard. So they were like, you need to have your boots like Cruz. Cruz, you need to have your uniform like Kowalczyk because y'all are fucked up right now. You know what I mean? But, and people will find that like humiliating nowadays or hazing or whatnot. It's not, bro. It's just competition. Bro, I still can't believe that it's hazing if you make motherfuckers go look for grid squares or if you make motherfuckers look for soft spots in the armor. That's hazing nowadays. So you can't have fun with motherfuckers now, bro.
That's not hazing. Hazing, in my opinion, is going to do with, I would say definitely putting hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you have somebody to do something, hazing would be like, yo, you're just doing the most extra push-ups for no reason or something like that. But having somebody do something, I don't believe that's hazing. If you'd be like, hey, go find me a spool of flight line from Supply. That's not hazing. It's just, they're going to be like, who told you to do that? Tell Sergeant so-and-so to kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't think it's hazing. I think it's fun. It's kind of like it's part of the introduction. Thank you.
That's what I was looking for. A rite of passage, bro. It's like, it's
to the unit.
Boom.
And here's the deal. Yeah. And here's the deal. If you are not somebody that's, that people are like, okay, I think this person's not going to be uptight about it. And they see that you can take a joke. Then that's when they do it. For the most part, they're not going to fuck with people that they see that can't take a joke and that would get, mad about it. that would get mad about or get in their feelings. So it like you say, man, we take somebody like Kowalski or Cruz and tell them to do that shit, right? Back in the day, they would just laugh about that shit. They'd be like, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, under their breath or something. You know what I'm saying? Or they get back to everybody like, yo, this motherfucker had me look for this shit. Like I was stupid.
Why didn't y'all motherfuckers tell me? You know what I'm saying? You know how stupid I look looking for soft spots in the armor? You know, my fucking NCO, Corporal PJ, Praisine, that motherfucker was like, take this hammer, take this fucking chalk here. You're going to go knocking on the goddamn armor on the paladin. And, you know, every time you hear a soft spot, you're going to put a circle and an X. And my stupid ass is walking around the dumb shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just laughing at my stupid ass. But you know what? Again, and one thing I want to let y'all know, and this is not just artillery world, this is combat MOS, maybe in soft skills MOS as well. If we don't fuck with you in that sort of way, we probably don't fucking like you. You know what I mean?
So let's clarify. We will make sure that you come home safe.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
But So it'd be like, you know what? I can't joke. When I say joke around, you can't joke around at work with this person, because we all know that back then we really used to separate NCOs and.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's jokes, right?
We'll keep it professional, 100%.
Yeah. Professional joking around with somebody.
I don't know, man. I mean, nut checking motherfuckers, that used to be fun. I used to have a fucking a countdown. You know how we used to do, like, you know, like stretches and be like, you know, count 10, 9, 8, and all the way down to 0, artillery, right? Well, I used to have one called the nut check. All right, so like the nut check. And everybody would grab their hands, put it on their motherfucking balls, and out, you know, and they would grab them and be like 1,001, 1,002, you know what I'm saying? And then I would do count 10, and then 9, 8, 7, and boom, artillery. But it was motivational. Obviously, you can't
ain't
do
motivating nobody today. Not today.
I'll be motivating IG to get my ass with a motherfucking some kind of fucking what's it called?
EO, sexual harassment. Yeah, IG got something waiting for you. Try that shit. They got something waiting on you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, I just think that I'm gonna go back. I want to circle back to the uniform standards, though. I think it all starts with uniform standards. It needs to be implemented from day one. Like I remember going back to basic training, I would see my drill sergeants. They look to me, the drill sergeants, drill instructors, whoever your fucking trainer,
whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, and whatever your branch is, they are the epitome of what is supposed to be professional.
When you get to the force, fleet,
yes. So
flight line, whatever the fuck they call it.
I'm telling you, to me, just seeing them with that pistol belt, round brown, fucking creased up. Oh man, boots shiny as fuck. I was like, damn, you know, it just blew my fucking mind.
Between them and my first chief, that's really what made me just like, damn, man, I really want to be a non-commissioned officer. Seeing them staff sergeants, my chief, I was like, I want to be one of them jokers, man. Like, and then, you know, Smoke Bowman, you know, another dude, man. I was so lucky I got to go to the 101st. I know everybody clowns about that, but in my opinion, that was the best thing that ever could have happened to me, man. Because there were certain things that were instilled in me.
Because they hold on to tradition.
Uniform was one of the big ones. I'm telling you, like even with Smoke Norwood, uniform was big. He was big on that shit. Smoke Wadley, big on that shit.
Because they were both on the trail. One of them completed it, the other one didn't, but they were both there. And they came up in a different army as well, though.
Yeah. I think that here's the deal too. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't think that they should bring back the boot shining thing, and this is why. Because once they did bring up ACUs, right? What is it? ACUs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, you can think about the ACU joints.
ACUs, yeah, the gray ones that.
So everybody hated. But here's the deal, right? So we got to, when we first started implementing them, we got to wear them. It was like on a Tuesday and Thursday, I think. Everybody was happy because it was like, dude, we don't have to fucking boots and shine shit and fucking crease nothing. Everybody was fucking happy about that shit, that they got them little 2 days off without doing that shit.
I do want to say
everybody, motherfuckers was happy we didn't get to do that shit.
How long did that last before the Chiefs were like, y'all ain't coming to my motherfucking section like that? You better not be in my platoon looking like that. I know with my chief, at least, you'd be damned if you show up with that motherfucking not ironed. You can't press it, but you can iron it. Shit.
Yep, you can iron that motherfucker.
Yeah. Fuck around and find out with the wrong chief. Shit.
Yeah, there's always room to fuck around and find out. But yeah, man, like, so I don't think they should. I think that like there definitely shouldn't be scuff marks. Like, you can take care of them brown boots. If you see you got scuff marks on there, they got stuff that you can do, that you can buy to buff that scuff mark out, that black mark that's on your boots. They got stuff to do that shit. So just buy that shit, do it. Don't come looking fucked up. And once you see that them boots are old and worn out, get a new pair of fucking boots.
And use those only for ruck marching.
Yeah, them old ones. Use them shits for ruck marching. They broke the fucking. Get you some moleskin. Get you some of them arch support slip in things or whatever. Use the old ass boots for the ruck march.
You did a lot of humping. What are some of your secrets that you would use to keep from getting blisters and shit on your feet?
I didn't use any moleskin. The only thing that I used was my dress socks.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna go to that. Yes, sir.
I had my dress socks, then I had my my green socks. All with my dress socks. That's the only thing I used. I didn't use powder. I didn't use moleskin. I didn't use none of that. It was just my dress socks and my green socks.
Yes, sir.
Because I had good boots that were worn out. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing, though. I wish that I wish the Army would uniform or standardize, I should say, the boot. Because nothing irks me more than you're in a formation and you see motherfuckers wearing Converse boots or the waffle boots or the motherfucking Danner
but they were
boots.
like that too. But so in a sense they were kind of like that too, right? Because you would still have people that wore the jump boots, and then you had people that wore the jungle boots.
Exactly.
And then at one time, there were used to be jungle boots, but then they stopped around 2004, late
2004-ish.
Yeah,
because I remember my
when they
still had jungle boots.
That's when they stopped, right? And then it was just all black with that canvas right there with those, right? But so you still had people with those. You had them with those regular ones, the jump boots, and then you had them, so it's like, okay, so it still wasn't standardized. No particular one set of boots. Like everybody's going to wear the jungle boot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody still had their own type of boot they wore. So that's why I would say, fuck it. If it's Belleville, whatever, Belleville, authorized. Yeah, if it's authorized, let it wear it. It's authorized.
Like yeah, but it looks retarded. Is all I'm saying.
Even back then, we didn't all have one standard boot. We all were not in the same boot back then.
I mean, yeah, because some motherfuckers had like those double wide feet and shit. Other motherfuckers had water skates and shoes.
But still, some people didn't. Like, for instance, I don't know too many people that had the little alligator ripple things on their boots. A lot of people didn't. I always got them. Those, it's like the sole, but it has like little things like.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying with the little edges.
Yeah, those are the ones that I always wore.
Okay.
And I was like, those felt comfortable to me, but not everybody wore those particular boots.
To me, were the waffle bottoms. The one that had the waffle bottoms at the bottom, like they were like the ones that we had with the DCUs. DCU to me was the best motherfucking uniform, though. But yeah, while he goes out and takes care of that business, I do want to say thank you for responding, Adam. I appreciate it. If you ever want to come down on the gun line and fucking chop it up, shoot the shit, hit me up just like you did there, or hit me up in the DMs, bro. I got you. I'd love to have love to hear your story and put it on out there in the airwaves. So I do believe that uniformity goes a long way in making you feel like a soldier.
Yep. These are the ones that I'm talking about. These are the ones that I always wore because they were comfortable to me. Right. And not everybody had these boots, but I always wore boots like this because these were the most comfortable to me with these little soles right here.
I was a broke, cheap motherfucker, and I would just by the Bellevilles, or I'm the type of motherfucker that I kept the initial issue, and then I would go and replace them. Like I DX that motherfucker down.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, man, these were the best, comfortablest boots in the world to me, man. Especially when they were brand new, man. I felt like these were just the ripple soles. That's what they are, ripples. These were the best boots that I used to love to wear these motherfucking boots. It was just something about, because like back in the day when it had like it was like green right here. This part was green. And this was black and everything. And you just shine this up. And I was like, oh man, yeah, this is it.
It made you feel good like a soldier, right?
Yeah, you really look like from head to toe because it was BDUs like all the way.
And then not only that though, even either soft cap or the beret, but we shaped the fuck out that beret. And
I like the beret, bro. I like the beret, man, especially in BDUs. So I like the beret in BDUs, and I also liked, and I didn't get to wear it, but I liked the way the Cav hat looked when you had when you Cav, like my Cav hat.
Oh, the Stetson.
Yeah, the Stetson. I don't know why I fucking called it. So I like the way the Stetson looked with BDUs. It was pressed, and you had the black boots, and then you had your spurs too. I was like, damn, man, that shit looked dope as fuck.
Right.
Never got to wear it in that uniform. I got to wear it in the ACUs and the OCPs, but with the BDUs, man, that shit looked just like fire as fuck.
Bro, I'll tell you, I think that the ACU was the worst idea. The Velcro was a stupid idea. I get it. They were trying to save money because, you know, I used to have to buy patches for every motherfucking uniform that you had. You had 4 uniforms. That means 4 sets of patches, 4 sets of name tapes, armies, flags, and it catches up to you, right? But and then you had your fucking winter BDUs, your summer BDUs. I'll tell you one thing that I wish I could have worn. I think we only wore it one time when I was in basic over there in Silver.
Don't say that trench coat.
Oh God, no! I have 2 of those still in my fucking in my duffel bag with the tag, bro. But no, the POW cap. Never wore the POW cap one motherfucking time, bro.
Fuck no, you're not wearing that shit.
Maybe in OSUD I wore that shit. That one, and then we never put the flaps down on the fucking winter BDU headgear on the soft cap. Never put them down.
I wish we wore more of the boonie cap.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Smith, if you're hearing this, you promised me a boonie cap. Don't be lying. Don't be lying.
I like the boonie caps, man. Like, especially in OIF1, we got to wear the boonie cap, and then on our the deployment I did with y'all, we got to wear it. So I like wearing the boonie cap, man. And then like you just bend all them corners up on the boonie cap.
Yeah. I gave my boonie cap to my dad, bro. My dad wanted a boonie cap, and I think it was the last one that I had. I don't know if it was a multicam one, because I know I had a multicam one that I had over in Afghanistan. But I sent it to my dad because he liked them, and I haven't been able to replace it. You know, I'm not driving. I still have
my one from our deployment 0506. I still have that one, the DCU one. Man, listen, I'm so lucky that like I have a BDU, DCU, ACU, OCP. The only thing that I regret is that I don't have my greens.
I still have my greens, bro.
If I had my greens and I got my them blues, my shit would be complete.
Bro, get this. I still got female sergeant rank on my greens. You know they're
smaller
shoulder pads. Yeah.
Oh, the shoulder pads. Okay, I thought you were talking about the. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the.
No, not the one. Not on the greens itself. It's on the one that the shoulder board that you put on the fucking shoulders on the green shirt. On the
you was in a rush.
I was in a rush. I didn't know there was a difference. I didn't know there was a difference, bro. I was a young motherfucking NCO. Was it corporal rank or sergeant? I think it's sergeant rank. One of the two. All I know is like I look like a fucking retard now. Somebody called me out like, "Hey, you know that's female?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, oh shit! So I had to run back and go fucking get a new set. Oh man. Dude, I'll tell you though. I wish I do like the way the new uniforms look. I wish I could have been in for that shit.
The pink and greens. Oh yes.
They look fire.
I like that. I wish I could have worn the pink and greens too.
Do their boots are they like the burgundy-ish color too, or are they black boots?
Yeah. No, they're the burgundy color too.
Damn, bro, like that oxblood color. God.
Like they wear that at the 101st and 82nd. So I was like, boy, if I was back there too, what? But once again, I got called out recently too because I don't have it. Like, did you even deploy? You don't have a cab. You don't have a fucking a CAB. And I'm like, bro, listen, if that's what you think makes somebody officially deployed or whatever, that don't mean shit. Like, honestly, y'all I was like, yo, y'all can't hold a candle to shit I did. And unless you literally, because there's still people in the 101st that went through that first deployment. Even in 3rd ID, they went through that first deployment. I can't speak on their equipment. But I know the people in 101st, we didn't have fucking body armor. So unless y'all were with that first initial push and y'all had no body armor or did not go, like y'all can't tell me shit. To me, I'm like, okay,
say this. Let me look at motherfuckers in 3rd ID. They had the thunder runs. And the motherfuckers that went through the thunder runs, their motherfuckers ain't the same mentally. I'll tell you that right now. Because them motherfuckers was, man, I served with a lot of motherfuckers on 3rd ID that they were on the thunder runs, and then they were on that 15-month extended rotation. Them motherfuckers are something else, man. 3rd ID, I'm gonna tell you something about 3rd ID. They used to be what I considered something that I put on a pedestal. Because to me, they were like it almost was like a different army, the way they would talk about it. I'm telling you, that's how it was. It was. But when dude, I'm telling, that's how I felt about it. Okay. Was it 100 and worse? No. Was it the fucking all alcoholics? No. But they had Audie Murphy. They had the thunder runs. They have a fucking museum with all this captured shit from Saddam Hussein. So yeah, to me, it was like fucking, I loved it. You know what MARN stands for?
Rocket of Marn.
Rocket of Marn, baby. You know what MARN stands for though? My ass raping never ends. All right. That shit ain't no joke with the 3rd ID, baby. You get on that train, that Marn Express. Whoo. Anyway, I digress. I love the 3rd ID. But I love 277 more, man. Speaking of 277, I want to give a quick shout out to those who assisted with helping financially the Mercer family. I want to thank you all for the GoFundMe and for those that hit me up offline as well. And thank you all, man. It made a big difference, made a big impact in their family. And thank you to those that were able to go out and show support and love to their family, to show that we're not just talk. You know what I'm saying? That we stand by what we stand by and what we say. And I think it was pretty cool that during the memorial, his wife Jennifer, she said, you know, I want to give a shout out to 277 FA. So shout out 277 FA, and I guess 582 is what y'all converted to afterwards, whatever. Fucking trannies. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pivot a little bit, if you will.
You probably just need to just start a new one because we got 7 minutes.
I will. We're just gonna start with
I would say,
I'm gonna get into it, but let me get into it. Let me
Grease's finger.
Hunt, hold the tail.
Hold the tail. You know what?
This donkey.
Dude, I said that shit in class like maybe 3 weeks ago. And them girls were like, what? And they started laughing. I was like, because there was some shit going on. I was like, hey, listen. Y'all hold the tail. I'm gonna fuck this monkey, okay? Like, let me do this. And they were like, what? I was like, yeah, I just need y'all to hold the tail while I fuck the monkey.
They probably like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They just died laughing. And they were like, they keep saying, listen, I gotta get a book and write down all the shit that you be saying. And I was like, yo, man. I was like, if y'all think this is something, I know people, listen, this shit is watered the fuck down when I be saying.
They don't know, man. They don't know.
Bro, they don't give a fuck.
The truth is, truth being told, I'm really I'm really grateful to have the audience that we have right now. You know, it's small, really, it's very small, but it's loyal is one thing I'll tell you. Within the podcast,
I told you how to build that base up,
and I will, bro. But the thing is, I refuse to censor.
It's not going to be. Here's the deal: it's not going to be censored. But what you have to do is literally clips.
Yeah.
Take segments, clips, and that's all your posts need to be on that other app. It's just clips of your thing. Yeah. That's all they need to be, and then just respond to the comments.
And as we're talking about this right now, if you're still with us, do me a quick solid, man. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit a like and subscribe. If you're listening to it on the podcast platforms, whether it's Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, whichever one you're listening to, can you do me a favor and just subscribe and hit a like? You know, hit the 5-star button, 4-star. And if you don't like this shit, do me a favor. Let me know. Let me know what I can do better, because I don't know what I don't know. You know what I mean? And I mean, I know Gary Rowland, that's my boy. That motherfucker be hitting me up all the time. And I need you to send it to me on TikTok, bro. That's the way I can because he sends me videos, bro, like a bunch of them. And like, like I want to share them, but it's better if I do it on TikTok versus Instagram or Facebook, you know? I don't know. It's just easier for me because I can scroll up and it goes to the next one versus on Instagram. I got to fucking watch it, reverse, find the next one, reverse. I hate that shit, man. It just makes it easier for me. Anyways, as you can see, I'm wearing my old man hat today.
Yeah, I'm not going to wear one of those.
Oh, you're not proud of your service at all now? Is that what it is?
No, I'm very proud of it. Listen, out of all four, you know which one I'm the proudest of.
101st.
Out of all four.
I got you. So
the 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault.
How would you feel if they changed Fort Campbell's name?
I wouldn't give a fuck. Honestly and truly, I don't think I could give a fuck because it's changed, because it's not going to change where I was at.
Right.
At the time I was at.
Right.
And what I did there, it's not going to change. And I'm not saying I'm like Rambo or nothing like that. I'm just talking about the deployment. It's not going to change any of that. It's not. 2003 is not going to change.
What I don't understand
20 years ago is not going to 20 fucking years ago is not going to change.
I know, right? Dude, next year would have been my 20-year mark in the Army. Next year, bro.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I was literally in March. I was thinking about that shit. I was like, bro, 20 years ago, I was in Iraq. I was a young ass 20-year-old in Iraq, fucking up Najaf. Like, that shit is fucking crazy to think about. 20 fucking. It's been 20 fucking years, man.
Bro, I tripped out on that when I saw. I was looking through my pictures and shit, and I have this one here of my first deployment. You know, with y'all, and that's little old Lopez right there. Look at that. No motherfucking Pope shields. You know, that big ass heavy fucking face shield.
Oh, that's nice. That's so cute. Y'all got armor. There's armor on those. Oh, that's so cute.
I'm sorry. You see the guy that's standing up there? You know what we were told? Yeah, you guys are the ones that are gonna die. Pretty much, you're gonna die.
That's so cute.
It is.
I mean, for those that know what soft skin puppies look like, and you know that you were riding around on
all right.
top.
You know what?
The bustle rack with no.
Just so you know, you're pulling this out.
I'm pulling the bit, bro. I'm pulling the bit right now.
Just like you used to do to me with your aerosol wings.
Yeah, I know. Like, excuse me. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check.
Mic drop, baby.
Yeah, mic check.
Yeah.
Mic check. I can't hear you. Mic check. Hey, y'all, I used to love doing that shit to y'all. You know, mic check. Come in. You hear me?
Yeah. Motherfucker. Oh shit, bro. Yeah, it's funny. This thing right here, man. And I just want to say that this is to acknowledge that PFC Danny A. Lope has been awarded the United States Army Combat Action Badge, having been personally present and under direct hostile enemy fire during combat operations in Iraq, in direct support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, while assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 77th Field Artillery Battalion. Should be regiment, but okay, 4th Infantry Division. So
2nd Battalion. 2nd Battalion, 77th
Field Artillery
Regiment.
But what I want to say about that is one of our homies, I'll get it with you offline on who it is. That shit, having that CAB assisted him get his fucking ratings, bro.
I know.
And
there's a lot of people that like. Well, with something else we'll talk about offline. Why I really don't respect that cap. I really wish they'd have did like it was supposed to be. I really not listen. I respect the people that got it. So don't twist. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
that's what I say. I respect the people that got it. I respect the people that got it and earned it. But we do know that there's some that just like a mortar hit like on the fob, and they were like
defect.
Oh, they were like 6. Yeah, they were like 6 towns over, and they were like, "Oh my God, put this in. You work at S1." But
there was a certain person that was
with
their convoy.
I know.
So yeah, I respect the ones that earned it versus the one that just got it. I mean, if you anyways, that's
I know what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say real quick. They should have kept it the way it was supposed to be being talked about in late 2004, early 2005. But every other more start bitching. It was just supposed to be. We were supposed to have the cross cannons on the red field. The tankers were supposed to have the yellow field and the tank, and the aviation guys were going to have that thing. It was all combat related, and it should have kept it that way. That's what it should have been. That's how. Yeah. In 20 seconds, it should have stayed that fucking way.
Oh, you get the seconds count on that yours?
Yeah, I got like 14 seconds left.
Well, here's what I'll say in those 14 seconds. Fuck all you motherfuckers that didn't earn that shit. Y'all can suck my fat fucking dick. By the way, I got to tell you about what happened at the goddamn doctors last week. So let me tell you what happened at the VA a couple days ago. All right, so for those, anyways, I'm getting ready to close up shop, with the baby making factory, right? So I went to go and get my motherfucking initial consult done. Apparently, so for those that don't know, what they do during the initial consult is they call you in, they ask you, are you sure this is something you want to do? Do you have kids already? Blah, blah, blah. What's your motive behind it? And all that good shit, right? All right, cool. Answered all the questions. And I thought that was it, bro. I mean, I was ready to go rub one out if I had to rub one out. You know what I mean? I thought that that was part of the process to have to rub one out, right? But I did. But I know one thing I did make for sure was, I cleaned the shit out myself. Like I'm talking about beyond normal scrubbing and cleaning of the balls in the dicklish area, So anyways, I go in there and average looking female, professional and all that whatnot. But my balls ain't been touched by somebody else in a long time. And I had to drop trowel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 9 times out of 10, that'll make
it happens.
Now I thought I was gonna fucking shrivel up and turtle head that motherfucker. Nah, bro. So the way I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Do not tell your significant other this because she will not find it as funny as you did. I thought it was fucking hilarious, but I had to change it up. She's not gonna hear this anyway. I had to change up the story and tell her it was a he. Because but anyways, this lady grabbed my junk. You know what I'm saying? And started fondling them. You know, I guess she had to look to make sure there was some correct wiring going on and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. It
just awkward. It happens. I'll tell you a story offline.
My shit went from like, hello, that motherfucker got a medium chub going. And I'm like, man, this is embarrassing, unprofessional, but it's kind of funny as fuck. In my head, I was wondering what this shit just snaps up and mushroom stamps her ass. You know, in my head, dog. I just want to.
Yeah, I have to tell you a story offline, man. Yeah, definitely got to be a story offline. I got to tell you.
So I told my old lady this when I got home, and she's like, "You think I want to hear that shit? I don't want to hear it." Blah blah blah. So I was like, "Oh, I'm just playing with you. I want to see if you were gonna get jealous or not." It was actually a dude, you know. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I think that she knows I was fucking serious, but not serious. Anyways, don't tell your significant other if your dick gets hard, even in a professional setting. Yeah. I mean, it just made me wonder: when girls get mammograms from like a hot doctor, do they pussy get wet?
Probably so. Listen, it's human nature. Listen, so the one thing they tell us in the class is like, listen, they tell the girls this. They're like, listen, if a man comes in there and he wants a manzillion, the teacher's like, listen, it's like it's human nature. There's nothing wrong with it. Just if he finishes or something like that, you need to make sure that he don't finish. First of all, they're like, you need to make sure he don't finish. You need to be just professional about it. Like, it's going to happen. Even when I was going to massage therapy,
they were telling us, motherfuckers will bust a nut like that.
I don't know what people would do. No one would know. But even in massage therapy, they would be like, hey, once you start touching around the thigh area, it just happens for some reason. That's just, it's some people's, it just happens.
It's physiology.
They were like, don't get embarrassed about it. Just don't touch it. Stay away from it, and then just continue the massage.
Well, it's kind of hard for her because.
And they were like, well, this massage therapy, like, and if like you, obviously somebody can't force you to put your hand there. And they said if somebody does that, you need to stop the massage. Tell them you need to get out right now. And it's unprofessional. Get off my table. This is terminated.
Yeah. I don't know. My shit got hard. I'm not super duper like fucking full staff, but the motherfucker was
like 444.
I had to apologize though. I apologized to her like, hey, I'm sorry about that. You know.
Yeah.
And she's like,
oh, probably like it's okay.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I'm guessing. You know what I'm saying?
She's like, I barely noticed.
Oh no, let's not get crazy now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grower, not a shower. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I barely noticed. It's nothing.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm above average. I'll say that. You know, I'm above average because average is like what, 4 inches, 5 inches. So
3.
God damn, 3 inches is average.
3 to 5 is average, apparently.
Damn, so I'm double the average size. Woo woo. But speaking about averages, man. How many? What do you think is the average number of guns Americans have in their homes?
I think it's something like 2.3. 2.5. I'm sorry. So 2.5. That's what and I know everybody's like, well, what are you talking about? 0.5. We're talking about the average,
right?
So we understand that somebody's not going to have half a gun,
right.
But if we multiply what it is, it comes out, if I'm not mistaken, to 2.5.
Right.
Some of us have
like in VA math, you know.
So then let's say 3. Let's 3%. Say 3.
Three weapons
per household. Yeah, 3 per household.
That sounds about right.
And here's the deal, and I know we're jumping into our next segue. I as a liberal, whatever you want to call me, a socialist, I don't care if people have guns. I honestly don't. I don't care what type they have, as long as there's something to where we can make sure that these people are okay. Do I think that here's the deal, if we're gonna say that this shall not be infringed, then why do we have laws going against what the Constitution says if the Constitution is supposed to be the supreme document of this land? Because we're infringing on felons' rights. You just added to this shit, and it says it shall not be infringed. Y'all, it fit people's narrative on both sides, right and left, to say that felons cannot have this. It fit y'all's narrative. You infringed on these rights. In the Constitution, it didn't say except those that commit a felony. It says it shall not be infringed.
Right.
But we infringe on these felons' rights every fucking year, every fucking day.
I'm
And it's
with you.
bullshit. Yeah.
No, I'm with you. All right. Trust me. If anybody knows, this guy knows. You know why this guy knows? Just in case we have any new listeners. The reason I know is because I joined the Army with a felony. All right. Felony grand theft. But since it wasn't a violent crime or anything like that, the Army said, hey, we need the bodies. You might die, but we still need you anyway. So
we
come
need
on
a body.
down. Yeah. We need a social security number and and the meat.
Yeah.
It's funny. I trip out on it, man. When I go back to fucking thinking about basic, I remember this one sexy ass lady, black female. She came to talk to us about, what we are and mean to the Army, which is just basically, she said, all we are is fresh meat, and we can't become dead meat because dead meat is useless. And then she said, look to your left, look to your right. One of y'all ain't coming back. And, she was dead on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we were, even with the fucking felony. You know what I mean? I agree with you 100%. But what I want to discuss as far as the 2A goes, because I know you're a big fucking supporter of the Second Amendment. And a lot of people give you shit because they say, how can you be a supporter of the Second Amendment while still wanting to regulate or have like some kind of regulations or some kind of criteria to bear arms? And so that's what I want to hear. What are your common sense? Like what would you consider common sense laws, common sense ideas? I think that we can come to a mutual agreement, and this is just between you and I. It's not like we're going to change any fucking laws, but I mean, so just having a conversation here, what would you be able to throw out? Like, what will be a common sense idea?
Well, this is the thing, right? If there is a certain group that is on, since we're talking about federal, because you still have to go through a federal background check to get a gun, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if there are certain groups that are on the federal, registered list that are hate groups, no matter what ethnicity they belong to, if those groups are on the federal hate group list and a person has associated themselves with that hate group, then I probably don't think they need to have weapons. I don't. That's something simple. You have aligned yourself with this. Let's face it. Some of these people have, hateful ideas, and they could act on those hateful ideas and beliefs. And they could say, you know what? I want to take out people of this ethnic group, this particular background. I want to take them out. You've already let us know that you're on this hate group, that you sympathize with them. Why are we going to make it easy for you to get this stuff to do this, to cause mass damage to people? Like I said, hey, I didn't specifically
I'm tracking
say
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm sure motherfuckers could read between the lines. All right. So here's my my work around that. You could always get somebody that's not known as a sympathizer and still get all those weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I mean,
now here's the deal. At that point, remember, they bought it. So unless they reported that stolen, now the shit gonna come back on you.
Well, that's where it falls onto where I don't believe that the government should know what weapons I have.
But to get that weapon, you have to go through that federal background check.
Now, see, I'm okay with them seeing if to do a background check, but I don't know how it works on the other end. I don't know if it shows that yes, they bought a weapon or no, they didn't buy a weapon. Now, if they just submit like a question, is this person capable of buying a weapon? Yes or no? And they just respond yes or no, fine. But I mean, they don't need to know what type of weapon I'm buying, how much ammo I'm buying.
So the ammo, they don't know. No one is going to know how much ammo you buy, because anytime anybody can go to the store right now and say, oh, I need some 5.56, I need 223, I need 40 cal, I need 9.3,
right,
30 they can say whatever ammo they need. I need shot. I had a dream about having a shotgun. It's right, like, yo,
Call of Duty, that's why.
Yeah, man, bro, it was weird. I was like either shooting bird shots, buckshot. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Anyway, but no one's gonna know how much ammo you get. Now, the type of weapon, it's been about a year since I bought my last one. But I think they do put down exactly what you're buying too.
See, I don't like that. Because I don't think the government has to have an idea what the fuck I have in my house. Now, yeah, I mean, I think for those that are out there that know, I know that there's gotta be a lot of motherfuckers out there that know this shit. Let us know. By the way, speaking about shotguns, do you have a shotgun? Allegedly. Do you allegedly?
No, I don't. That's what I'm
okay. If you had a shotgun, how would you load it? Like, I would think that I would load it with birdshot, and then slug, slug, slug. That's how I would have mine.
So I had a party pack.
Okay.
And I got the idea for a party pack from one of my friends. But he was like, listen, you need to make sure that you need to take your party pack and take it to the range. So that way you can make sure that nothing is going to jam and you need it. So I had like my G2R RIP rounds. I've had like silver bullets, literal silver bullets, hollow point bullets. I had regular hollow point bullets. And then I had this other one. It had like 3 grooves in it. And like I just mixed them all in between. I was like, this is my party pack. I was like, I just started getting them. Boom, boom. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but somebody gonna catch hell with one of these motherfuckers. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's the party pack, just in case the party had to get started.
Yeah, if you got to fucking hey, you got to get down, baby. No, the reason I have it the way I would have it that way, I should say, is because I have children in different rooms. So, if I blast and for some reason I fucking miss, at least I know the bird shot ain't gonna go through the other fucking room. You know what I'm saying? There's less of a chance of those fucking slugs or those buckshots to go through. Anyway, that's just my mentality on it. Not that I have.
Yeah, it's crazy how people like talk about that. They're like, oh, the M4s are not for home defense. It's a shotgun is for home defense. Bro, listen. How many rounds is that shotgun gonna hold?
Thank you.
How many rounds is that AR-15? How many rounds is that AR-15 gonna hold? Now, if you're smart, you're gonna have it to where you have the little clip where you have 2 magazines on. And I'm not saying people have their shit loaded, but if they do, if somebody was to have their shit already, I would say on red status.
If you don't have your fucking weapon ready to fire,
you have a.
Why do you have a weapon?
You have a fucking paperweight. You have a fucking paperweight. That's all you have. Literally, all you have is a paperweight. So say like for me, if I had the thing where I had 2 magazines, right? The little clip where I can have 2 magazines, and I'm on red status. I don't know if I am or not. I could just, who knows? So I have at least 60 right there compared to what my shotgun is going to hold. Them 60 is going to do enough to scare somebody away. Man, I got to tell you another story about some shit too offline.
No doubt. What irks me though is, why do you have this weapon? Why do you? Because I fucking want to.
Because I'm I'm a law-abiding citizen. So I was talking to my teacher, like she's an Air Force veteran, right?
Okay.
And we were talking, and she was like, listen, I don't care if people have guns, handguns, shotguns. She was like, I just don't. She's like, my personal thing is I don't think anybody should have the AR-15s or nothing like that. But she was like I said, she was Air Force veteran. And I was like, and she said, this isn't like saying that she said, I respect the people that have them. She said, personally, I don't think that people should. I was like, hey, listen, I understand that. That is your belief. You're not saying that everybody that has them are horrible people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, I just don't see the need of it. And I was like, listen, I respect that. Like I said, personally, me, I got by. My shit's on right there on my wall where I can get to it in a heartbeat. And you know what I love so much about this? I have done a good job with my kids to where they will not even think about touching shit of mine. They're like, I don't want to touch it. I can be like, I may put it in the glove box while we're driving to the movies. And then, obviously when I get out, I'm finna get it, right? I can be like, yo, I can test them and be like, yo, get in that glove box, hand me my thing. I'm like, I ain't touching that. I was like, exactly.
My children, hypothetically speaking, if I had any weapons, my children are afraid of them. And I'm happy that they're afraid of them, because I rather than fear them and respect them, versus, oh no, I'm cocky with that. You know what I'm saying?
So I would say this, mine don't fear them. And I don't think any child should fear them. I think, and this is where a lot of people don't, and not especially in the liberal circles, are not going to like what I have to say. And it's okay. Like, everybody should be comfortable around guns. Everybody should, because the first thing that I've always taught my kids is everything is fucking loaded.
Yep.
Unless you visually see for yourself that motherfucker's loaded, and you have to respect it like it's fucking loaded.
Yep.
Like, even like with me and my friends, right? So we'll be out and we'll be, oh man, look at my gun. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. What do you think everybody does? Drop that magazine and clear that bitch. Every fucking body does that. and ain't nobody pointing no gun at each other. Fuck no. It's boom, put that on the side, lock it back, look at it.
Yep.
Make sure there's nothing in there.
Bro,
if
I
it is,
always point it towards the light. Look, make sure. And I still will not point that weapon either at myself or anybody.
And guess what? No, even once you know it's clear, there's no reason. You never point. And that's what I don't understand about people. Even when you clear it yourself, you are acting stupid, reckless, and you're showing that you don't have the mental capacity to own a gun. If you're going to point it at somebody, even though it's clear, that's stupid. There was a
nice.
We lost a soldier. We lost a soldier in OIF 1 because of some stupid shit like that.
I remember you were telling me about that.
Dude thought he had cleared the fuck. No, not an LT. This was soldier on soldier.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the LT. I think it was from 176. I think somebody was telling the story.
Bro, listen, I had a homeboy got shot by another. So my homeboy, he was a sergeant at the time. He got shot by a staff sergeant with a negligent discharge because, like, at one point in time, you know, the Iraqis, they were still in brass, and we had to go into the AHA where we were living at, but they were deep in there, and you know, we may got up a little bit. But anyway, dude accidentally shot my homeboy Davis in the arm with the fucking M4. Shot him in the arm. And man, I was pissed off about that shit. Keep in mind, I'm a private, but Sergeant Davis, man, that dude was like NCO wise, man. Like I said, I had so many good NCOs. Sergeant Davis is one of the few NCOs and people that my mom still talk about. Word. She's like, whatever happened to Sergeant Davis? Because she came to Campbell and met him. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what happened to that Sergeant Davis guy? I was like, yo, you know, we still talk.
Funny you mentioned that. Like, you know, my mom, she met a lot of the folks, but the one that she remembers the most was Moya. She always asks about Moya. Y Moya cómo está? Y Moya cómo está? And especially since he comes over to visit and shit like that. Yeah. So, you know, and oh no, I mean,
it just happens, man. It's just some parents just have that one person that they see their friend, that their child is with, and they be like, hey, what's up with this person?
Yeah.
So my mom, I'll take that back. So my mom asked about him, and there's two more people that we know that she asked about all the time.
No shit.
Yeah, she's always asking about them. We're getting off track. Yeah. So yeah, let's get back to
let's go back to
I don't think that
laws.
Yeah, common sense. I do think that there should be something, but people are going to say that's infringing just because they're part of this hate group or whatever.
Okay, so as far as that goes, again, you can circumvent that. I mean, that's too easy to pass over, bro. My problem is when it starts getting to something along the lines of like mental health. You know what I'm saying? When they start getting into those things, like, well, first of all, the moment that they start looking for that shit, where does it stop? Where does it stop? Like, should they start? If anybody, so what they'll say is, where's the line in the sand drawn? Oh, if you're rated 20% PTSD or depression or something like that, then you can't own a weapon. You know what I mean? Or it's so. In other words, how do you go about? Because everybody wants to claim mental illness. Not everybody has mental illnesses out to kill a motherfucker. Some people are just fucking crazy. That's all it is. People are fucking crazy. You know, and 9 times out of 10, when a motherfucker wants to kill somebody, they're gonna find a weapon, no matter what. You know, they're gonna find a weapon. Now, I will give you one. I'll give you one that I'll concede to, which was last time we were talking, was the waiting period. Okay, that one I say, okay, I can see that, a waiting period for like an AR. I don't know why there should be a waiting period, but I'll give you that.
All of them, truth be told.
What you reading on over there, man?
Nothing. Spying on somebody.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, creep. Whole creep.
But I'm just saying, I think that, you know, shit like that. Look, let people have their fucking weapons. Don't tell people what they can and can't own. If a motherfucker's a criminal, criminals don't obey laws. So the ones that get fucked over are the legal.
No one is a criminal until they are. So everybody's a law-abiding citizen until they're not.
Right.
So let me ask you this. I'm a law-abiding citizen. The minute I take one of my weapons and do some stupid shit, I've become a criminal. But prior to that, I was a law-abiding citizen. So
Okay.
we can't say a criminal is going to be a criminal because every criminal at one point in time, up until they do that criminal act, is a law-abiding citizen.
So then how are these common sense laws going to stop any shootings then?
That's why I say, man, you got to well, let's face this like this. Not all, a few go out they get the weapon, and then within a few days after getting it, I'm talking about, so you get it today, the next day, 2 days later, they're out committing that thing that they want to do, that atrocity.
Mm-hmm.
Not all, once again, not all, but
Mm-hmm.
some have done that. They can look back and see she bought this weapon 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So you wait a week, you wait 2 weeks, you wait 3 weeks. This person has enough time to calm the fuck down and see and get the help that they need.
Or they
There's
have
still
enough
a
time
wait,
to go
or
recon.
yeah, they have, and that's the thing too. They still may have enough time to recon, but at least there's some kind of, at least I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not a politician. I just think that we should do something to make sure that our children, more than anything, are safe when they go to school.
You know, it's a trip how it's always the kids, the fucking kids, you know. I
Even the
get it.
adults,
I know.
I don't want to, like, oh, come on now. Literally going into Walmart with my thing on me, with that thing on me,
Mm-hmm.
just because going to the movies
Mm-hmm.
with that thing on me. Knowing goodness well, how the fuck am I gonna see what I'm doing in the dark? And then you're gonna have people running. I'm not SF qualified. I'm not Delta qualified. I'm not SEAL qualified. You know what I'm saying? I've had no training for that. But I do know that it's gonna be on me. And how am I gonna make sure that I'm on the right target and I can decipher people running and still make sure that I got this motherfucker eyes on this motherfucker? It's gonna happen because I got it on me. I'm not just gonna run and I got it on me.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven forbid I'm in that situation.
I'll
But it
agree
just
with you
is what
that
it
there
is.
should be certifications as far as, like, you know, for those that do buy weapons. They should be, prior to owning that weapon, they should take a course or a class and be able to qualify with that weapon before
You
it's
have to.
provided to them.
Well, you have to. Yes,
You mean
in
maybe for a
Texas.
CCW?
Well, yeah, the CHL. Yeah, you still have to qualify with
Okay.
that, with the weapon, with the handgun. You have to
Right.
qualify.
Right. Because my old lady did. She took that class. So, but here's what I'm saying though. No matter what weapon it is, and it should be done there at the shop where you're buying it at. No, they're the ones that, because at the end of the day, they're the ones selling it to you. Okay. Then if you guys want to, you know, because I know how you talk about, you know, putting the responsibility on the people that make the weapons.
I think that it should be. I think, like I said, man, I'm not afraid to say I've changed. I think it should be on that person. I think it should be on the system to make sure that they've done everything to make sure that they were good to sell this weapon.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it should be fall back to the dealer or the manufacturer. I
Okay.
don't think any fault should be done there. And I can get offline with you why I think that, but I don't think that it should fall back to the manufacturer, and I don't think it should fall back to the dealer. If anything, it should fall back to the fact that we are not making this period a little bit longer. Because if somebody has no nefarious intent, they should not mind waiting a week, 2 weeks, so there can be an extreme thorough, I say a due diligence background check.
So what about I'll give you an example. What about people that are buying it as a gift for someone else? Are you allowed to gift guns?
You are allowed to get guns. No one, listen, there's the thing. They say they can't tell you what to do as soon as you buy it.
Right.
Now, once again, you bought it, it falls back onto you.
I don't know. It's one of those, like, I mean, the way I see it, man, people are gonna kill regardless how it happens. They just use children as the talking
Scapegoat.
point. That's a talking point. You know what I'm saying? It's just talking point. Because, you know, I'll give you an example. Something must have been going on in politics when that shit happened. I don't give a fuck. Call it what you want, conspiracy theory or whatever. Something must be going on. Because check this out. Aliens landed in motherfucking Vegas
Again,
a few days
bitch,
ago.
we here.
And guess what? All of a sudden, Trump's indicted. Let's focus on Trump. Trump's indictment. Aliens landed East Las Vegas. Don't worry about that. You know, no, there's real aliens. So Oh shit! Somebody done seen something that I want to talk about.
No. We got to get ready to wrap it up. Like my son actually texted me like 20 minutes ago. He was
Okay.
wanting to play Dragon Ball, so
All
we got
right.
to get ready to kind of.
So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up with the last motherfucking the last subject, which are gonna be. So we've already done our army or military. We've done our fucking political, kind of, and now we're gonna do cultural awareness / current events. And just basically gunline talk, all right? Because usually on the gunline, we'll ask, hey, how much money would it take for you? Or, you know, if you suck a guy's dick, would it make you gay? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Not if you're thinking of a girl or if you thought if a girl sucked. So, first of all, if a guy sucks you off, is that gay?
Bro, remember I told you with the gun situation, right? How I have changed from talking.
Yeah.
No. Listen.
No, I'm
Well, I was
listening.
like, you know what? Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Manufacturers. And I was like, you know what? I have changed my thought about that, where we can't blame the manufacturer and we can't blame the dealer.
Right.
Like I've completely changed my mind about that. Hell, I completely changed my mind about having guns in general. Because at one point I was like, nah, no one should need them. And to the fact that I'm like, bitch, I'm part of that statistic with XYZ per household. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm part of that statistic. But like that, I don't know because like it's to me, it's like it's no one's business. And who am I to call somebody gay? Who am I to call somebody gay? This, that, and third. If you want to do that, do it. Because like I don't think that those people are, you know, just so caught up in our lives as straight men. They're not like, oh well. I don't think that they asked each other. I don't know. I don't. If they asked each other,
you're
how much money would it take for you to eat a pussy? Like I don't know if they do that. So you know what I'm saying? I can't.
So again, you're reading too deep into it, man. It's just a simple question.
Yeah, no, that's why I said no, it is a simple. I don't like.
If a dude,
I can't say it does. I don't know if a dude does this. In my opinion,
I'm asking you if a dude sucked you off.
Well, that's the thing though. Like I wouldn't let a dude do that.
All right.
I would not let a dude do that.
Let's circle back now. Let's say, you know, you swipe right on some bitch. I think that's the term, swiping right on Tinder or some shit. You swipe right on a female. She looks decently good. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, all right, cool. And y'all meet out at a bar or whatever. Y'all go out and then things get hot and heavy. And she start giving you a little sucky. You know what I'm saying? And then while she giving you some sucky, you know, you start noticing that in her tight pants, there's a bulge starting to grow. And then turns out that it's a trans woman. All right. Now, first of all, do you let them finish?
No, like because once again,
right
that's
there?
not. No, like personally, I would stop right there and be like, you know, saying there might be some curse words and be like, listen, like, yo, you should have told me this exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have nothing against your community, but this is just something that isn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me homophobic. It doesn't make me transphobic. This is just not me. And like, I would be like, like I said, I'd be pissed off. I'm not gonna lie, but I'd be like, this is something that you need to tell people because you're gonna run into somebody who's not level-headed like me, and that might take your life because it has happened. Now, on the caveat to that, I do know for a fact, just being around these TikTok streets and talking to people in this community, that they are well aware that people are doing that. So now there's a movement in their community where they are upfront with people. So I do think that this isn't back in the day where, you know, there wasn't this upfrontness. I do, from what I'm hearing and from them, they are like, listen, to protect ourselves, we have to let people know our status. And like, I am a trans man, woman, whatever. So I don't think that like I don't see it happening because I have that faith that if something like that would happen, they would at least let me know.
Okay, that's cool. Now I could agree with you with that. All right, cool. Now, would you let them come? I mean, would you wait till you busted a nut though? I mean,
no.
If the head's just feeling that good, just
no, because like I would be like I said, man, I have to stop because like
why?
That's not because like I said, I am not attracted to that. And because I'm not attracted, and when I say that, I am not attracted to, you know, a trans woman. I'm not attracted to a trans woman.
Is it because they're a biological male?
No, because it has nothing to do with them being biological male. Like they are, you can say that biological male, they identify as a trans woman. I'm gonna, whatever you identify as, that's what it is. Okay. I am not attracted to cis men. I'm not attracted to trans women. I do believe in their rights, and they have the right to love and
Nobody's
exist.
saying anything about the right
I
or
know,
existing.
I know they have it. That is not what I am attracted to, and because I'm not attracted to that, that doesn't make me homophobic. It doesn't make me transphobic.
So again,
But I would not. I would not be in that situation, man.
so my question again to you is, why are you not attracted to them?
Because I'm not. That's like asking a man like why. I think that's like asking anybody why they're attracted to anybody. Like you could ask me why am I attracted to Latin women? I don't know. I just have an attraction to Latin women. I don't know. Like you know this. I have an
Okay,
attraction
yes,
to
I
Latin
got you.
women.
So let's say that this trans female is Latin, Hispanic looking.
Yeah. And if she told me that, if she told me that she was a trans woman, I'd be like, okay, listen.
So I'm gonna say it because you're not gonna say it. I'll say it. I'm not attracted to a man. All right. At the end of the day, you were a man at one time. You were born with a fucking cock and balls. You were a man. Now, if you are a man and you find out that the other person was a man and you're having sexual relations with that man who's now a trans woman, that's fine. She can identify however the fuck she wants, but she is actually a he and you are gay. That's at the end of the day. Now, if I was to see a butch female, you know what I'm saying? I had sex with that. That wouldn't make me gay because that's a woman. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I think I feel you. And I think that at that point, that would be something that I don't know, either fetishize about. Yeah, I know. I think that would, if you found, well, no, and when I say that, because if you look for a masculine presenting lesbian woman and you thought that was attractive, that's a you thing. Like it is what it is. And I don't think there should be a label on it. Like, oh, that doesn't make me gay because I like this, masculine presenting woman. Like,
right. Well, you're not gay because it's a woman. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a woman got a pussy. So, I mean, again, and no hate towards that community. Handle y'all business. What I do hate is when I'm being told I'm transphobic because I wouldn't want to date y'all. Nah.
No, that's stupid. No, I don't. Listen, I stick up for that community.
No, I know
I stick up for the LGBT community. But no one should tell somebody that they are transphobic because they choose not to date.
Let me ask you.
And I real quick, that's like people saying that I'm not pro-black because I still will date a Latin woman. That's stupid. That's stupid to me.
You know what's stupid is that Latinos come in every shade. From fucking blackety black to crackety cracker. You know what I'm saying? We are every shade. I mean, when I was busted a long time ago, there was a dude that he had on his stomach 100% Latino. He was a Cuban cat, darker than you. And we told him, hey, man, you're supposed to be over there with the blacks. He's like, I'm not black. And he put up the shirt and it said 100% Latino. He's like, I'm Cubano. Oh, all right. Come on, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, and he was black. Yeah, dude. And
I did that at school. I was like, they were talking about something. I was like, yo soy Dominicano. It was like, what? And they started speaking Spanish. They started speaking Spanish. I was like, I'm lying, man. I'm from Texas. I ain't
close enough. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing that I can't stand is like when motherfuckers are saying, I'm Afro this, I'm Afro that, I'm Afro that. Nah, man, you're Latino. All right. You're fucking Latino. Embrace it.
Well, they're expressing the fact that they still have that heritage. That they're still not just this. And listen, I tell my kids because they understand it, that they're multiracial.
They're Latino.
That they're biracial. They're
biracial?
Black and because they're black. Their dad is black, and their mom is Satan. That's how.
God, I wish I had a fucking soundboard here right now, bro. Dude, being that it's Pride Month, I want to ask you about this, man. Did you see?
3 minutes.
I know. Did you see that motherfucking flag? With the U.S. flags to the side. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It don't bother you. It don't bother.
It don't. Hey, listen, I know what I'm planning on doing for the 4th of July. My first annual flag burning.
And that's cool, man. You have every right to do that. I don't understand your. I really don't understand your disdain for it. I don't understand. I respect it.
I don't understand. Yeah, I think because I don't understand everybody's willing to bust a nut over that fucking flag.
It's not that I'm willing to bust a nut over it. It's that I have pride within my country, and that flag represents my country. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have pride over.
It represents El Salvador.
I'm not from El Salvador. I was born in the United States of America. I was born in Los Angeles.
Were you though?
I was. Yes, I was. I was born at USC Medical Center.
I'm gonna have this. Hey, listen.
1977.
I think I'm gonna be a birther. I might turn into Trump and be a birther.
No, I mean, and to me, it's just I get why a lot of people have a certain disrespect towards the flag. Got it. And you know what? I don't care whether you like it, appreciate it or not. I respect my flag. I respect your opinions. You know what I'm saying? You my brother.
Yeah, and I respect
no matter what.
I respect the opinions of everybody that wants to fly that flag. Listen, do you just don't get mad at me when I do me?
And don't worry. I'm gonna have the flag.
I'm not saying you.
Like it or not,
I'm not saying you.
I'm still putting.
I'm not saying you. I'm talking about. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about everybody else. I respect you wanting to wave that flag. Respect me exercising my First Amendment right to burn that motherfucker.
No, of course. You know, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, we fought in order for you to have that right to do that shit. You know, Is it disgraceful in my eyes? Yeah. Distasteful? Yeah. But again, that's just my point of view. You know what I'm saying? I to me that flag it means, you know, like you don't care for the national anthem. I do. You know what I'm saying? That shit when it's sung correctly, I'm telling you, Whitney fucking killed it. Had tears down my eyes.
Yes, she did.
You know, but I just have pride in my flag. I have pride in my country. I hate my fucking government. The flag doesn't represent my government. It represents my country. You see what I'm saying?
And it represents a lot of stuff that goes on inside that country, right?
You can't erase what happened in the past no matter what, bro.
I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about what's going on now.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion.
We got to talk about this offline because we got 1 minute and then I have to jump on Dragon Ball with Angel.
Yeah,
or we can do this next segment. We can start this back up next segment. Next segment. I mean next episode.
Next week. All right, that's something we can do. Let's hear from y'all.
Because we can definitely go in depth. So yeah, let's hear from the people and why they support or don't support.
There you go. Let us know. Flag burning, or why should the U.S. flag offend you, or why are you proud of it? You've heard my side, you've heard Hunt's side, or we'll hear more of Hunt's side next time. Thank y'all for being here. Great midweek memo. Haven't done these in a while. Make sure y'all go and listen to the Jenkins interview as well. That was a pretty cool shoot the shit. And with that being said, I hope to have a Call of Duty reunion here with my squad that I roll with. So hopefully I'll have them on here soon. But thanks for everything, Hunt. I'll see you soon. Rounds complete. End the mission. Gunline out. March.
Call me later.
All right, I'll holler at you, brother. Deuce.
All right.